Okay, so I just tried to do a spoiler-free. That was my plan. Spoiler-free, then spoiler. I can't do a spoiler-free. There's just not enough to talk about, honestly. So I'm just going to jump in. I'm going to talk about whatever the fuck I want, and hopefully you can like it. So if you haven't seen the movie, here is a complete... This is spoilers. Spoilers. Warning. Spoiler. If you didn't see the thumbnail. Spoiler video here. Okay. All right, getting into it. I didn't like this as much as I thought I was going to. I'm aware it's going to take a few more viewings to really get the feel of it, and most likely it's only going to go up. I kind of felt that way about Jigsaw, but I do like Jigsaw more. I feel like Jigsaw was in the world of Saw a little more. I don't know if it was just missing Tobin Bell that really kind of got me a little bit, but I did kind of miss him. One, man, it's predictable. I really called more than I even thought I was going to. Banks' partner being the new Jigsaw, that became very clear the more I watched it. And as soon as his character, air quotes, died by the skinning that they didn't show, that just kind of sealed the deal for me. I even whispered over to my wife, he's not skinned. Now I know he's the new Jigsaw. That made it fucking clear as hell. So I was disappointed when it actually was him. The traps are okay. I feel like they're very quick, and they don't really own the scene, which to me is a problem. Like, normally when there's a trap, that scene is about the trap. You are, invested, like it's going on, and it takes a while. This, I feel like they start and they even kind of cut away, which is okay, but they cut away, and then, later you find the body, and then you kind of see what happened. And we've done that before, we've seen that before. I don't know. I feel like when you're coming back, it's just, you really got to sell it on the traps. I didn't watch the first few minutes of the train trap that they released because I kind of figured I knew what it was, and it was exactly what I thought it was. If you want to know, go check out the other video that's on my page. God, I get things I liked. Let's go into that, because I don't want to just bash on this. Chris Rock's performance as a really serious role, I thought he did great. For me, what tells me that the performance is good is once I stop seeing the actor. And I was there was a moment where I kind of went, oh yeah, no, I forgot this was, Chris Rock. That's good. That's a good sign. So that told me that he was doing good. I liked his character. The story of why it's him and the police department and everything, I feel was a little janky. It just wasn't very clear. Like, you had to kind of keep filling in pieces, and you're learning as the audience why him and why everything has happened and why the detectives hate him and everything, and then it all comes together at the end, and it just didn't feel, it felt anticlimactic to me. And it's fine that I don't know, man, like his partner being the new Jigsaw at the end. I am wondering what they're going to do with that. I didn't feel like his motive was, I like the fact that he was saying that he wants to clean up the police department and do all this. Again, it just doesn't feel as Saw to me. It felt like a cop movie, and I guess that's what maybe they were just going for. It just felt like a cop movie that had a little bit of Saw sprinkled in it, and that's saying something even with the traps. I didn't dig the voice. I thought they were going to maybe do something with the voice. I didn't really dig the voice. The puppet was barely in it, so really, I don't know, didn't even need that until the end, which you just kind of see. They just kind of make a small connection when Jackson holds up the gun, which honestly I thought they were going to make him shoot all the cops. And that was another thing. You kind of, at the end, his dad gets shot. by the cops. The whole wrap up, the twist, you could say. I guess the twist was really more that it was him, that it turned out to be his partner. And then there was that kind of second twist where, you know, he should have joined him. But it just didn't feel like a lot got, I don't know, man. It just didn't feel satisfying. It didn't feel the way like it does when John Kramer just gets up and stands up in a bathroom. It didn't feel the way when it turns out that it was Amanda at the end. It didn't feel the way when you have John knowing all the players' moves before they do, and one connects to the other. It just kind of felt like some stuff happened. I guess, like, it's kind of weird to say, but it did. It just kind of felt like things happened, and then it kind of ended abruptly. Like, it almost felt like you want more. You want to see what happens literally the next day. Like, Banks is there. I know I'm probably missing some things, but I just feel like now we're on a manhunt, because I don't know why they would think Banks did all of this. I don't, you know, he's like the good cop, so I don't know why anybody wouldn't believe him. So I don't know, man. Like, it doesn't feel like there was that little sneaky, like, the new Jigsaw is super smart to where he fooled everyone and he's 3 steps ahead. There really wasn't that element of thinking, that level of thinking that I really miss. Even the fact that the last one ended with, "This is your key to freedom," and then he puts the shotgun shell in. Just that small amount of wordplay. You know, you see the key and you're like, oh my fucking God, you know, it got me. There really wasn't that moment, and I'm a little bummed with that. I don't, you know, I can say the acting's fine. Of course the acting's fine. The movie looks good. Of course the movie looks good. But the traps just felt a little flat, and the story felt a little not really put together all that well. I do enjoy that it was a cop running around the city looking for boxes, looking for clues. I really loved that, honestly. I've been wanting to see something like that for a while. And then he gets caught, and then he's in the game, and I like that. I think that totally works. That kind of way of changing it up works, because we've seen people just captive going through a factory. We've seen people in a house. We've seen Matthews just talking with a bunch of cops, talking to Jigsaw with a bunch of cops around him, and then he moves to one location. But to have Banks moving from location to location, I actually really enjoyed that. I was kind of hoping for a little more Easter eggs, and maybe I missed them. Maybe, there's probably a shit ton of things I missed. But I was, not that I wanted it to be, God, I'm so glad that they didn't make him like Jigsaw's son or something like that, or directly related to Jigsaw, or another, I've been working with John Kramer or anything like that. I'm glad that wasn't the case. But some kind of a tie-in would have been nice, because this kind of just felt like a guy. It just didn't feel like something special to him. And again, maybe I'm just missing Tobin Bell. Maybe I'm just missing John Kramer. I feel like there was just too many elements missing, and not necessarily the right ones put in. But again, it's going to take a while. I'm going to have to watch this probably 3 more times to really sink my teeth into, to get the flavor of this movie. My wife said she's not going to watch it again. I don't blame her. She liked Jigsaw, and I liked it too. I thought it was a little too colorful, if that makes sense. But that's Jigsaw. And this one definitely dialed it down. I liked the color grading was perfect. But again, like, I shouldn't be fucking commenting on color grading in a Saw movie, man. Like, it should be the traps. It should be the wordplay. It should be the mental fuck that it gives you. It should be the making you wonder what the fuck you just saw. And by the end of it, I was just kind of like, what the fuck did I just see? That's not the reaction I was hoping for. But I don't know. I'm wondering, what did you guys think? Is anybody out there were you extremely disappointed? Were you extremely happy with it? What do you think? I know normally people do a spoiler-free review and then a spoiler review. And again, I tried the spoiler-free, and it just felt like I was talking about fucking color grading and a bunch of bullshit that everybody else is just gonna say, and I'm not doing it. So this is my review. As always, thank you.